Yo, what is up guys? So we're here to talk about the new official Call of Duty Black Ops 4 multiplayer beta trailer, which does include stuff from Blackout. Now we're also going to be talking about a lot of the other hidden things that are in the trailer, which is basically what this video is going to be about, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on certain things. Obviously, if you came to watch my channel, I hope you'd want my commentary on it. But if you want to watch it without the commentary, I'm going to leave a link down below in the description box. You can watch it without me interrupting the video, because this is, of course, the way I want to, present this kind of content. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty cool. They're actually releasing a bunch of stuff. I actually haven't watched the trailer, so I guess you kind of get my reaction anyways, even though it's not like the purpose of the video. So, they're showing off some of the score streaks. The beta is going to be August 3rd. Yes, we will be streaming it, by the way. If you're not following me on Twitch, follow me on Twitch. We will definitely be streaming it all weekend, alright? So we're going to kind of just play through it like at least once right here. So there are dogs in it, and it's not necessarily like a score streak. Apparently what it's going to be is kind of like Riley, if you guys remember COD Ghosts, how you can get like the dog as a score streak. It looks like it's one of the specialist abilities. But anyways, it looks like we have 10 specialist classes. That's kind of cool. 6 maps. This is all for the beta. I'm going to guess there's more than 6 maps. But there's 6 different modes that are going to be in the beta, so that's really cool. So it looks like there's going to be Search and Destroy, which, it's just bread and butter for Call of Duty. Nothing too exciting as far as, like, new mechanics for the game, but I do like Search and Destroy. Okay, so this is one of the newer score streaks that was just shown off. Again, I'm going to be pausing and talking a little bit more about everything in depth in just a second. But if you want to get access to the beta, I already made a video basically explaining it, but August 3rd as well as August 10th are when the betas are going to be taking place. The first beta that's going to be taking place this week is just for PS4 owners. The next beta is going to be for Xbox and as well as PC. And the PC does have an open beta, but right now we're basically showcasing off the Battle Royale mode. It's kind of like, I don't know if I want to call it like gameplay, because usually these trailers, it's a little bit sped up to make it look a little bit more hype. They're kind of like these stage environments. But even though that was very fast, and you probably didn't catch most of the stuff, that's where Reddit comes in. So cue the Guns to Duel soundtrack, and let's talk about it. So first off, there's information via Charlie Intel. You guys probably didn't see it again in the trailer, but all this information is actually in the trailer that we just watched. Now, you can see over here, they're basically freeze frames. Like, if you play the video on, like, if you go to speed here, and you do it, like, 0.25, you might be able to catch some of these things. Let me actually just show you one so you guys know I ain't trolling you. So, there'll be very few frames. Like, that one over there, people were saying this area is underwater. I'm going to mute the audio here because on slow speed. This area was a tunnel, it was underwater. Other people thought it was actually a plane that you jump out of. But there's a lot of these little small moments that are in the trailer that you just probably didn't notice. So one thing straight off the bat, which is pretty cool, let me go ahead and go to this over here. So a lot of people are wondering how many players are in a squad, right? Like in Fortnite, you can have 3 of your friends with you, so it's a total of 4. It looks like it's going to be the same. There's a lot of different screenshots that showcase off 4 players specifically together in the Battle Royale, aka the Blackout mode. So we're seeing over here, there's 2 people on the left side, 1 person on the right side, and obviously we have the driver of the vehicle. Now, as far as the vehicles go, I'm sure you guys saw the quad in the gameplay trailer here, but there's a lot of other things that I wanted to go over. So, first off, there are apparently going to be sea vehicles. So we're talking about boats. Apparently this is going to be the map cargo here. There's going to be a lot of things that are from previous Call of Duties. In fact, Nuketown is actually in here too. We're actually going to be talking about that in a second. Now, this right here, these screenshots are not from the Battle Royale mode, but that's pretty cool. We have 2, cool looking areas. Apparently Raid is also going to be in here. I'm thinking there's going to be some screenshots. But there was one thing that really blew up over on Reddit, which is the image that you guys are seeing right here. And what this is actually, you see in the bottom left, there's zombies. Now, a lot of people are speculating, are these perhaps just statues? I want to say there aren't, because if look at another screenshot, which maybe we'll get into. Eventually, we'll get to the other screenshot. But they're actually, like, further back. So, what a lot of people are thinking is there's going to be zombies inside the Battle Royale mode. Unless they just showed off a random screenshot of, like, their zombies mode. But it said Blackout. It was, like, separated from, like, the main part anyways. And it didn't say, like, zombies, right? So, a lot of people right now are speculating that zombies will be in the Battle Royale mode. And what it's going to be is an area that maybe has really good loot, or maybe the zombies drop things when you kill them. We have no idea. But I like that. That's something that would be a little bit different in the whole Battle Royale genre, because as you guys know, Fortnite has the building, what does Call of Duty have? It does have vehicles, but I guess you could argue Fortnite and PUBG have vehicles too. What's the new thing with, you know, Call of Duty Blackout, aka the Battle Royale mode? And I think that's cool. Let me know, guys, what you think of adding zombies into the game. And the way I see it is, it's kind of cool because it adds this mechanic of you're shooting the zombies, people are going to know that there are people here and you're shooting the zombies, and maybe you could die to the zombies, but that gives the element of a risk-reward. You're shooting the zombies to potentially get loot via the zombies themselves dropping it, or it's just in the environment. Anyways, next up, this is just showcasing off that cargo is going to be apparently in here. Again, these are all speculations. Maybe this area is totally inaccessible, but that'd be really disappointing to show that you can like go on a boat and it's going in the direction of like an area where you should be able to park and probably get loot if you couldn't even get to it, right? That'd be like a huge debate. But anyways, next up, now this is something that a lot of people were talking about. There's people that are posting that these are tunnels in it, so it's like alternate routes. Obviously, if you guys have played like any Call of Duty game, like there's alternate routes to certain things. I mean, in the map Hijack, you can kind of go like under the boat in a sense. So that's kind of cool, but a lot of people were also saying that this is a water area, especially if you look at this screenshot, right? It looks like the guy's kind of floating. I remember that people were going around saying that there's an underwater area that you can swim in, which, I mean, you can swim technically in Black Ops 3, so it wouldn't be out of the question, but via this screenshot over here, it looks like to be like an underground tunnel. There was also people speculating that this was like the giant airship that you would jump out of. Now, going back into that, apparently this is going to be Raid, which is a really, really cool map. They're apparently adding Raid, Retreat, Stronghold. These are some of their favorite maps, but it's just basically screenshots. Some of them are like really fast. Another thing that people were talking about is Turbine. This is actually from Black Ops 2, if you guys don't remember. Turbine, it was like the map with, of course, the turbines. It was like that really long map where everyone would snipe and try to do trick shots off the plane. It's kind of cool to see all of these familiar areas as well as other familiar characters back in Blackout. Next up, this is apparently a young version of Prophet. For those of you guys who don't remember Prophet, it's obviously in Black Ops 3, but he doesn't have like the visor, so other people were trying to figure out the timeline, perhaps that this was like before he had his eyes, like I guess with the cyborg attachment. But anyways, yeah, it's just something that other people have noticed, and I want to kind of go over all the small little details that perhaps you missed out when you watched the trailer yourself. Also, this is apparently a new weapon. For me, I don't know if you guys remember, like in Advanced Warfare, like I think it was called the KF-5. It was like a submachine gun. That's what it reminds me of over here, but it's just a new gun. There's also like a new AK. I'm sure we'll go over like the screenshot over here as well. Oh, so here we go. You can see the zombies over here moving. This is like one important thing. And then someone was asking if this was a giant. I don't know if there's like Juggernaut. Like it'd be kind of interesting if there were score streaks in the Battle Royale mode. I mean, there's already vehicles, which, you know, at that point, it's kind of like a score streak anyways if you're riding in a helicopter shooting down at people, right? But it would be interesting if they had, like, juggernauts that you would shoot, and then maybe you could get the armor, or they would have good loot. They would drop loot as if, like, it was kind of like a player. Like in Fortnite, when you kill someone that has a bunch of loot, it's exciting, right? But that, again, is kind of a risk-reward. Again, you're seeing... I would say these are zombies in the background, but it's like, you know, potato quality, and they maybe did that on purpose so like people would speculate. They would make people like me make these videos so people are talking about Call of Duty. It's a smart move on their end. But like I said, we will be streaming the Battle Royale mode as well, but that doesn't come out till September. August 3rd, which is this week, is when we're going to be playing just the regular multiplayer, which is like, you know, there's nothing really too new, I would say, in the genre, other than like the specialist abilities. They also mentioned that there are going to be 10 specialists, and that's going to be in the beta, which means there could be more. We only had one new specialist in Black Ops 3, which was, of course, Blackjack. But anyways, here's another area. You can see the zombies again. These are the zombies that are moved further back, and everyone is talking about, like, the zombies, really. In Battle Royale. This is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. Verrucht is going to be a playable area in Blackout, it seems, so that's apparently some zombie area. I never really played zombies, so I couldn't really speak much about that. But also, this is a new gun. This is an AK. It's just something that was not revealed technically that we now have information on, that there is going to be an AK variant in the game. To me, this is like not that big of a deal, but this will be in, of course, the regular mode. And I assume most of the guns that are available in multiplayer will also be in, of course, the Battle Royale. Next up, this is a really potato quality picture, but if you can't tell what it is, it's a wingsuit. So a lot of people were wondering, how do you enter in Black Ops Battle Royale? Are you going to fly down, or are you going to pick a spawn location and you just kind of spawn in that area? Because there was a discussion about this in apparently like the Chinese version of COD. They're like these tubes that you would like go in, and that's how you like basically spawned in. Versus the whole like airplane going across, like you, or the battle bus in Fortnite would be the excellent example. And then you would choose when to drop, and you can see where people are dropping. I like that idea much better. But it's cool that we are having wingsuits. We don't know if you can just activate them, like you can just jump off a really tall area and you can glide down. That would honestly be pretty cool. I wouldn't be opposed to that idea if you see someone super far away, because if you think about it this way, usually in games, having the high ground is an advantage anyways. So it's not like it'd be OP if someone from the high ground wants to just swoop down, right? Like, you can shoot them, and looking at this image at least, it doesn't look like you can actually use a gun, but who knows? Maybe you can glide and use guns at the same time. Or maybe you can only use pistols because you'd be moving faster, so there'd be more balance in that aspect, right? But anyways, wingsuits are confirmed in the Blackout mode, so that's kind of cool. I mean, I like that idea, but like I said, I hope it's just like in the game. I think fall damage in general, with Fortnite it does work because you have the build mechanic, but like if someone's really low on an area and you want to come swoop down on them, that's cool. There was also like a brief moment, in fact right here, it's perfectly paused here, where it does show that you can snipe. People were trying to debate right there. I think it shows like the guy getting shot. Okay. So people were trying to argue, is the game going to be hit scan? Is it going to be something where the bullet has travel distance? Obviously, if you guys have played Fortnite. In fact, if you haven't played Fortnite, to really sum it up, the bullets, they take travel time on some weapons. Okay, obviously all the snipers, it takes travel time, so you can't just like be really good and then snap onto someone, just one-shot them, and it's like perfectly straight. It's going to basically arc down, and it also has travel time, so it's going to take some time. There's not enough information on this. I'm not going to really talk too much about that, but I figured I'd mention that people are arguing about that right now. Okay, so anyways, we got the wingsuits out of the way, and then lastly, there's just zombies. This is just another like mention of it, and then this is just basically the like leaked images. Now, this one, I'm sorry, it's really potato quality, but this is on the left right here. This is Nuketown. We can see the truck, the bus, and then the two houses on the left and right. But it is technically all in this video, but again, they show it for such a small amount of time that I would say it's not really like worth, like, I guess it probably looks a little bit better in here. But you can see, okay, here's the vehicles, so we can see there's one person riding it right here. This looks like to be like a smaller quad. This one over on the right hand side, it looks to be a little bit larger. But that's pretty cool, and you can actually shoot on the, I guess I would say, passenger side. Oh, yeah. Like, okay, here's a better screenshot of the Nuketown. Oh, dang! Like I said, it's so dang fast. Let me give you a better screenshot of like Nuketown. All right. Like, you see how fast it is? Like, they really want people to pause on purpose. But I kind of like that. It's almost like an Easter egg. It almost makes you want to watch the trailer multiple times, which is maybe what they want you to do. This is at the slowest speed, by the way. Okay. So here's Nuketown. Here's like, I guess like I said, it's like potato quality, but you can definitely tell that it's Nuketown, and it looks like it's completely destroyed. Let me see if I can get it. Here's a better screenshot. Again, they do this on purpose. This isn't my potato computer not rendering things, but you can see that there's the two trucks, there's the two houses, or it's one truck, one bus, and then one of them is open, and then this is the bus. Really cool that they're adding like areas from, of course, all of the previous Call of Duty games. But anyways, yeah. Ranted long enough. That's new stuff that are like the hidden things in the Black Ops 4 Blackout as well as multiplayer trailer. But yeah, like I said, make sure you follow me on Twitch. I'll be streaming like every single day, probably 8 hours a day, unless of course the servers go down. But you guys know that games day one, like there's always issues with servers. Oh, there's another like area of Turbine. But anyways, let me know what your thoughts are on the multiplayer. Did you guys see anything that I maybe missed out on? Because I went through Reddit and basically looked at like anything that I thought was important to mention, or important to mention. But you guys can see over here, again, we got 4 players here, and then there's, 4 players. I think they're trying to really emphasize that this game is for 4 players, as far as the Battle Royale mode goes, but that's really nothing like that we can really talk about too much, other than the normal base game is technically 5 players, like it's 5v5s. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If there's anything I missed out on, let me know in the comment section below. But hopefully this gave you some extra ideas on what to expect on the new Blackout mode, as well as just other things in general in the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 multiplayer. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to see a lot more Call of Duty content coming up this week. And don't worry if you just follow me for Fortnite, I will be making more Fortnite content as well. I plan to play both games. It just lets me not burn out on games as easily. And for you Overwatch viewers, I'll be uploading Overwatch too. It's going to be just 3 games at all times. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. Have a good one.